Did she do wrong reporting her husband and blocking her husband's destiny, as people claim? Please listen to this young lady on what she is experiencing. Wow.
People are calling me a wicked woman. Why? Because I reported my husband to immigration. They said I blocked my husband's destiny and reported him to immigration. And people will say, don't speak. Don't bring your family issues to social media. No, I will speak. Because if I keep quiet, my heart will burst open. Now, let's be clear. I did not report Jude to immigration. Jude used his own hands to build the casket of his American dream, climbed inside, and shot the lid with his own hands. He destroyed himself. Now listen, let me give you the backstory. I met Jude 5 years ago in Enugu while I was visiting from the United States of America. I have spent years in this United States working double shifts day and night as a certified nursing assistant. My feet was always swollen. Should I talk about the backache that comes with it? My back was always aching. But when I met Jude at a youth church program, I thought God had finally answered my prayers. He was so humble, a brother in Christ, and always praying. He would literally carry my handbag for me every time. And for 4 years, we did long distance relationship. Every dollar I made from cleaning elderly people's nyash in America, I sent them to Jude. And when his visa processing got tough, I did the unthinkable. I sold the only piece of land my father left for me in the village. All my kinsmen called me a fool for that. But guess what? I told them he is my husband and our future is worth it. And the day Jude finally landed in JFK International Airport, I cried until my makeup washed off. I thought our suffering had ended. For the first 3 weeks he got to America, he was a darling. And by the second month, the Japa spirit had entered into his head. He stopped eating my food. He started coming home at 2 a.m. smelling of cheap perfume from cheap women. He started buying expensive clothes that my CNA paycheck could barely afford. And one Saturday evening, I confronted him. And Jude looked me dead in the eyes and said, Ada, just take a look at yourself in the mirror. You look like a repackaged grandmother. I didn't travel all the way from Nigeria to America to spend the rest of my life with a feeding bottle. This country has opened my eyes. And that is what Jude looked me in the eyes and told me after I sold the only piece of land my father gave me in the village to bring him to America. This is what he had to tell me. I now look like a repackaged grandmother. And you think that was all? No. The next morning, the wardrobe was empty. My husband had vanished. Jude vanished into thin
The
air.
question is this: is there anything wrong with what she did? According to her, she sold her land, her only land left for her by her father, just to sponsor the love of her life, and she got stabbed the way it happened. If you are in her shoe, what will you do differently? Tell us in the comment section. Wow.